All right, we are back at it again, live and direct. You already know what it is. Chauncey, aka the Black Separatist, with another great man of God media conversation. So I want to address this, man. As y'all know, I'm a huge boxing fan, and I just want to express the pure the pure agenda of anti-black boxers on HBO. It's freaking disgusting. It's disgusting. I'm gonna get real dirty talking about this fight between my favorite boxer, Andre Ward, and Sergei Kovalev. And I gotta talk about this commentary, this biased anti-black comments. Before I start on my commentary, if you're new to this channel, once again, my name is Chauncey, aka the Black Separatist. On this channel, I talk about counter racism. I also talk about issues that affect Black people collectively as a group, and I offer my suggestions on how to replace this broken system of injustice, this broken system, which is racism, white supremacy, with the system of justice. So if you subscribe to that ideology, please subscribe to this. Just wasting your goddamn time. Troll watching, hate watching, whatever you want to call it. Just stop it and click off. Just that simple. So yeah, man, this fight, I watched it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, because I didn't watch the full fight until the 9th round. I watched the live stream on HBO. And that when I tuned into it, I was hearing old ass Harold Letterman. Ward is just holding and grabbing, and he's not doing anything. I'm paraphrasing, but something to that effect. Letterman he gotta go. Get rid of that old ass motherfucker, man. Letterman is a goddamn white supremacist. Get that nigga, get that dude out of there. I'm pissed off by that, just by listening to his commentary, man. It was a disgrace. Watching the fight, and from the 9th round, then I rewatched it again from beginning to end after that. But from the 9th round to the end, and I just learned about the knockdown that Ward had. I was like, damn, he got knocked down? That doesn't happen with Ward at all. But just watching that commentary, man, it was despicable, man. I mean, you got Letterman, right? And Lambley, you know, talking about Ward is holding and doing this. And if you watch the fight closely, because first of all, let me preface this: the average person, and I want to quote Roger Mayweather, the average person don't know shit about boxing. So the average person don't know what the hell they watching. They don't understand certain nuances of boxing. Clinches, lateral movement, pivot, right? Break out of a circuit. Look at foot placement. Look at distance. Look at range. These are stuff that I've learned over the years, right? And I'm accustomed to seeing. I can break down and analyze a fight like that. But watching the HBO commentary, man, it was such a damn disgrace. And this is nothing new. They've been doing that for years. All right. You see what happened to Floyd Mayweather and Larry Merchant. You know, Floyd came out of Larry Merchant talking about, if I was younger, I would kick your ass, nigger. He wanted to say nigger out loud, but he said it in his mind. But they ran Floyd Mayweather out of there. He went to Showtime. They got rid of Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is like a free agent, basically, because his last fight was promoted by Bob Arum. Nobody picked it up. There was no purse bid for that fight. So he's really, you know, again, the whole damn commentary from top to bottom, basically. Max Kellerman tried to stay in the middle. He tried to, but he was still biased. You know, he was still biased. I'm disappointed at Roy Jones, man. Roy Jones, he's got two sides because he's one of my all-time favorite boxers, and I watch a lot of his interviews, and I'll be watching his interviews all. When you watch his interviews off of HBO, that's really him. He even speaks differently. Like it's like it reminds me of like you work a customer service job, right? And you're black, obviously. You work a customer service job, and people say, well, the average black person, not the average black person, but y'all know what I'm saying. A black person who's pretty much doesn't know knowledge of themselves, if they listen to a black will say he sounds white. And then when they get around their regular folk, he talks like a black person. That's exactly what Roy Jones has been doing. If you watch the way he speaks on HBO versus the way he talks on these other media outlets such as Fight Hype or whatever, it's two different kind of people, man. I just saw his rant where he was talking about Abel Sanchez, the trainer for Triple G. Man, you need to shut your damn mouth, man. You don't know what you're talking about. He was going off. I love that interview, but he was going off. That was the real Roy Jones. When he's on HBO, he speaks more properly. His diction is a little more clearer. He's able to enunciate his words a little more clearer for the audience. And obviously he wants to stay PC, politically correct. So like, man, I had Kovalev win. I mean, listen, the fight was a damn good fight, and it really could have gone either way. I believe the right man won, and I actually tweeted out Kovalev winning because I don't know why I did that. That was like a instinct, not an instinct. It's like a spur of the moment tweet or a drunk tweet or whatever you want to call it, even though I don't drink. But I had to watch the fight like 2 or 3 times because like I said, around to the end, and I just learned about the knockdown. I was like, oh, my boy is Andre. He's behind. Ain't no way he gonna catch up and win. You know, they're not gonna let this boy win. But he came back and dug deep, and he won. You know, 114 to 113, unanimous decision. But after watching the fight again, that's the score I had. I had it 7-5. I had it Ward up because those body shots, his inside game, you can see Kovalev deteriorating. His inside game is phenomenal. That bothered Kovalev. He couldn't adjust. And to old ass Lampley and Letterman, right? They always talked about, well, Ward kept holding and clinching, et cetera, et cetera. When if you watch the fight again, there's multiple times that Kovalev puts Dre in a headlock. Ref don't call shit, but he's in the headlock, and HBO's like, Andre Ward keeps holding. He keeps holding. He keeps holding. You know what I'm saying? So if you watch the fight, if a casual fan watches the fight, you're gonna think that, damn, Ward, this was a travesty, man. This was a robbery. Ward shouldn't have won that. I'm angry. That's what most of white people. Kovalev got robbed. No, this was not a goddamn robbery. This was a close, competitive fight. 2 pound-for-pound boxers squaring off. All I can say, even though that Kovalev is a racist, he gained my respect as a boxer. He is a damn good boxer. He's a damn good boxer. So I give my respects for boxing alone. You know, he showed me he can drop Ward. Ward showed great resilience coming back, digging deep, and just staying with his game plan by going to the body, clinching, roughing up, making the fight very uncomfortable so that Kovalev does not extend his power, because Eastern European fighters, they like to extend their punches, right? So in order for you to negate that, you have to close off your distance so that power can be nullified. And you can actually go ahead inside, angle him up inside, dig him up in the body, rough him up. And that's what he was doing. And it was the accumulation of that was wearing down on Kovalev. And it showed, because he was not only physically fatigued, he was mentally fatigued. He stopped throwing his right hand at times. His jab was ineffective. He would just pot shot his jab between like the 9th and the 12th rounds. His jab would just be coming out, you know, inconsistent. So his game plan was totally discombobulated. That if the judges were sitting there listening, I don't even know where the judges were sitting at, but if they were near Lampley, Roy Jones, and Kellerman, I don't know if they would be influenced by what they were saying. I have no idea. But this one thing I wanted to bring up, and this fight is actually still on YouTube before they remove it. I'm gonna play it anyway. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna play it anyway. But I'm gonna play this clip, man, because this was the pure biasness of they called the punch that Kovalev threw. They were like, damn, that's a damn good punch. But clearly, Ward rolled that punch. It just hit air. And it was many a times where Ward, his defense is so, the man is very skilled, man, very skilled. He can evade punches just in milliseconds. And it would just it would just, like, it would be so close to him, right? So close that you think it's a hit, but it's not. That's at very close distances. But this is what happened. Look. See that? See that? See that? you heard what Lampley said. Lampley was like, I gave him credit for a landing punch, but it didn't land. So, I mean, that's just an example of the biasness of HBO and black boxers. And again, new for them. They've been anti-black since Mayweather. Even one of my favorite boxers, and I think he's a top 3 pound for pound. Guillermo Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux is an extremely skilled black Cuban boxer, and they consider his style boring. You know, they consider his style extremely boring, and you know, he's not. HBO doesn't pick him up at all, right? And so these style of fighters, Eastern European, or you got to be right in order for you to gain respect by HBO commentary, right? Somebody like Chocolatito, who got his ass kicked. Look at his goddamn face. The boy, even though he won the fight, the boy got his ass kicked in visually in his face, right? But because he has that come forward style, that's what HBO likes. They are very stylistically, not only are they anti-black, but they're anti certain styles of boxing, right? And you know, there's a fight coming up next week between Nicholas Walters and Vasyl Lomachenko. Now, Lomachenko has a slick style of boxing, and I'm pretty sure HBO is going to side with Lomachenko based off what he does. You know, he's a slick, technical fighter, similar to a Ward, similar to a Terrence Crawford, et cetera, but they're going to favor him in the fight. They're going to definitely support whatever he does in the fight. Like Nicholas Walters for next week, you know? But yeah, this HBO thing, man, these commentators, man, Lampley got to go. Letterman got to go. Roy Jones, you better just act up, because you are, I'm going to put you on the coon train, man. You on the coon train. You are, because you are two different people. Off HBO, you are one person. On HBO, you're a different person. You're two different people, man. You got to be consistent. You say the wrong thing, you're gonna get fired from HBO. I know you want that money, but man, you can't play both sides of the fence. Be Roy Jones Jr. Don't be Roy Jones Jr. at the HBO commentary and then be Roy Jones Jr. off HBO commentary. All right, stay consistent. But yeah, Roy, you're on the coon train. You're on the damn coon train. I watched this. I watched Paulie Malignaggi. Man, Paulie, man, he is the best commentator for boxing. The best commentator for boxing, hands down. I mean, he can break down the fight, and I can visualize what he's saying to a T, because he makes it so the way he explains stuff, he explains it, and I can visualize what he's saying. He's the best at what he does. But Sky Sports, man, they truly do a great job with commentary live with HBO, just pure anti-black fighters, and the trend continues, man. The trend continues, man. You know, so my thing is this, man. There's gonna be a rematch with Ward and Kovalev. All right, there's gonna be a rematch, and Ward's contract with HBO. This was his last fight with. If this is his last fight with HBO, if you sign back with HBO, this is equivalent to you digging your own grave. So you better talk with Rock Nation, and you better go somewhere else, be anti-HBO, because HBO don't give a damn about you. All right. And he said, I watched this video, interview on Fight Hype. He said he's going to rewatch the video. His fight video, you better either watch it on mute. You know, actually don't watch it on mute. Listen to the damn HBO commentary. Out of that commentary, you better be like, okay, damn, they really sided with Kovalev. Letterman was a drunk, old ass white supremacist talking about all you doing is clinching and holding. All right. So once you watch that replay of your fight, that gives you a better understanding that you better get off of HBO. Go somewhere, Al Heyman, or even go overseas. Go over to Sky Sport. Go over to Eddie Hearn over in the UK. You know what I'm saying? Because clearly HBO is trying to build up these white European fighters like a Triple G, right? They're trying to build them up, and that's what they're trying to cater to. That's what they're known for. They want to cater to these white European fighters. How you gonna have an HBO network based out of America and side with European fighters? Why? Because of white supremacy. The complexion that matters, man. And you got Roy Jones Jr. on the coon train, right? Again, he's two different people. He's a HBO commentary, speaking with diction, speaking clearly. Then you got him off camera. Shut your damn mouth. You know, sounding like the old Roy. Sounding like y'all must have forgot Roy Jones Jr. You know, two different people, man. It's like, again, it's like you work a customer service job. You speak your white person voice while you're on the damn job, and then when you're around your people, I just don't like that at all. Be you at all times, man. Be you at all times. So it's like I said, it's gonna be a travesty, and you're gonna dig your own grave if you sign back up with HBO for that rematch. You better get off that. Go with Showtime, PBC, Al Heyman, somebody else. All right. Forget HBO. All right. Matter of fact, I'm so against HBO, I will cancel my damn subscription to HBO. All right. It's more than just saying you can't go back to HBO, because clearly their numbers are not the same. Ever since Floyd left, Showtime is the premier boxing network. That's without a doubt. It's Showtime and it's PBC, Al Heyman. Those two. HBO is clear last. Matter of fact, Sky Sports, the UK boxing network is better than HBO. So HBO is dead last. Either they just get rid of, destroy, rebuild their commentary staff, or just completely cut off HBO boxing as a whole, because they are clearly a graveyard. Just dead white people and dead coons like Roy Jones. All right, one of my favorite all-time boxers of all time, man. This dude is on the damn coon train. All right, you're on the coon train, Roy. I had to say it, but you're on the coon train. But yeah, it's Andre Ward's best interest to not re-sign with HBO because they're clearly not on your side and they're clearly not on Black Boxer's side whatsoever. All right. So, family, that was my quick thoughts on the Sergai Kovalev and Andre Ward fight. Again, that was a great fight. I'm a huge boxing fan. I've been watching boxing for years, and I'm not your average fan. I can break down a fight. I just don't analyze a fight very well. All right. I know my boxing. I know my boxing history. So I'm looking forward to the rematch. If it's on, it better not be on no goddamn HBO. It better not be on no damn HBO. All right. It better not be. But I am definitely looking forward to the rematch. And I think that Andre Ward's going to pull him off again, but he'll pull it off in more of a wider margin because he took Kovalev. He felt his power. He knows his power. He's used to it now. So it's like, okay, I know what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? Now he's going to get back in with more confidence to exploit Kovalev's weaknesses, which is the inside game. If he did that earlier in the fight, because he was trying to fill him out the first 3 rounds, which is why he got knocked down the second round. And Polly broke it down beautifully on the Fight Hype interview. He said that Ward was trying to counter Kovalev. He rolled off Kovalev's jab, but he ended up with the 1-2. All right. He went for the 1. If you go to the replay, he went for the 1. He came with his counter, but Kovalev's counter came before his. This is why he got dropped. So he felt his power, got back up, and dug deep and came back to win. All right. That just shows you the heart of an Andre Ward, because any other fighter would have laid down on the floor. Every other fighter that Kovalev faced, they would have got knocked out cold and been killed. See, it's a mental. That's what I'm saying. Because like Ward is probably the most mentally strongest fighter there is right now because of his background, the way he grew up. I mean, both of his parents were on drugs, you know, and you have to be mentally strong for something like that, right? Boxing is more mental than physical. So for someone after being knocked down in front of all of his family, he had his wife, his kids there, to get knocked down and get back up and dig deep to come back and win, that shows you the mental fortitude that this man has. He's not getting enough credit for that, for being so mentally gained to come back and win. You know, that was an incredible feat. He is mentally the strongest fighter there is right now. Mentally, just mentally tough. You know, so I much more. He's pound for pound the best in my eyes, and I think the rematch is going to clearly show his separation from him being a winner of a close, unanimous decision to being a wider decision come the rematch. Because I think he's going to go early and attack the body. Kovalev is going to be like this. Ward is going to attack the body early and often. Kovalev is just basically going to be holding, but in order for you to counter that, you got to just keep going to the body. Keep going to the body. Kovalev's not going to like that. It's going to wear and tear on his body, and he's going to be physically and mentally fatigued in the later rounds, you know. And I think he's going to cruise to a wider, unanimous decision. Wouldn't be surprised if there's a knockdown on Ward's side where Ward knocks down Kovalev. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a knockout. But these guys are so technically sound. I don't know per se it's going to happen, but I would not be surprised on Ward's side. But like I said, I'm looking forward to the rematch. And he better not be on no goddamn HBO. HBO is a purely anti-black boxing commentation for HBO. All those guys got to go. They all got to go. So, all right. So yeah, again, that's my quick thoughts on the fight. I will be watching that fight next week. Lomachenko and Walters. I want to see. I want to hear the commentary of that fight. I want to contrast it between what they did versus Ward and Kovalev versus the fight that's coming up next Saturday. I just want to hear the contrast because there's definitely going to be a contrast starting with complexion. All right, because Lomachenko is a technically sound fighter. It's the style that the HBO style that they don't like at all. They don't like that style of boxing, but they like his complexion. Right? He's white, a white European. So I'm gonna watch that fight next week and see what they say. All right, family. That's it for today. All right, just wanted to share my thoughts between the Andre Ward versus Kovalev fight. If you like boxing, let me know if you watched the fight. Let me know who you thought won. What's your thoughts about the fight? Chauncey, aka the Black Separatist, signing out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching me live. For those of you in the chat room, I can't see you right now because my stuff is acting up, but whatever. Anyway, thank you for watching me live. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.